This is Julia Robbins' GovDoc Minute for Dr. Debbie Rabina's class in Government Information Sources. When I started this term paper, I was thinking a lot about Ferguson and how people who live in poor neighborhoods, low-income neighborhoods, are often marginalized in society. And I was thinking about what a normal citizen can do to inform themselves about how that happens and what its effects are. Somehow in my head, that became research into public housing and how public housing is treated in urban planning, and into how the federal government supports or does not support public housing improvements. So I started to research how one would get information about public housing improvements as supported by the federal government, and the rather complicated range of resources that are available on various information sites confirmed that a normal person trying to do this kind of research might find themselves lost in the woods.
Pruitt-Igoe is such a symbol that we tend to forget that it is no different than the city that surrounded it. What happened to St. Louis was tragic, but that's simply not how we've told the story.
Pruitt-Igoe was always fighting against this terrible riptide of destruction in the midst of an economy that was dying.
The strong, tightly knit communities and families in which I grew up had begun to shatter, and it wasn't there. It was one of the most tragic things I've seen.
I started at the FedSys site, which had a huge amount of material on it. I also went to the HUD site, which had a lot, and I thought about what agencies deal with housing policy, so all related HUD material, and went to the president's website, whitehouse.gov, and found position papers and press releases from him. I was a little frustrated by a couple of anomalies in researching. No digital statutes at large before 1952, I think it was, which left me out. And also, I couldn't find the HUDuser.org site for research until I did a Google search. But by and large, there's a ton of material, if anything, too much. And if you're patient and can keep at it, then you can find a lot of material on your subject.